When you're ranked in the top 5, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome to John O. Quinn Field in H-Town, home to the Houston Cougars. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Oklahoma Sooners, taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the Houston Cougars. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollock, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Looking forward to it all week. Houston about to kick off to get things underway. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So Oklahoma's offense will have the football first. And guys, as this year has gone on, it has become harder and harder to ignore the excellence that this quarterback is putting out there each and every week.
Well, the secret's out now. And I think at the start of the year, everybody knew this guy was talented. They wanted to see if he could be consistent, though. And David, he's been that through the first half of the season. So now he's got the target on his back. He's got to elevate his play because everybody knows he's what makes this offense go.
But he's got to do it when it matters most. And that's when we start talking about winning conference championships at the end of the years, getting into the playoffs. So great start, great middle. How he finishes will determine whether he's going to be at that Heisman ceremony.
There he goes. A big play. Gets it into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 44.
If you're going to be a quarterback in the Heisman race, you've got to win games and you've got to put up big numbers, and that's exactly what this guy has done all season long. Top 10 in the nation in passing yardage, and he's the biggest reason why they've been winning.
Let's take just a second and talk about Oklahoma. Now, they'd love to win this one today, secure that spot in the conference championship game, a remarkable achievement. They can't really think this one's in the bag yet.
No, they've just got to continue focusing on the task at hand. I think that's a big reason why they're in this position that they find themselves in. They take care of business each and every game, David. Some hardware to be won down the road potentially, but you got to win this one.
No doubt, and I think it's hard because you're starting to see the finish line now. Getting later in the season, knowing where you're ranked, what's at stake. Let's see how they handle the pressure.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. So now it's second and long. To the air, it's Chester. Dumps it to the back. And he's got his man on the sideline. He'll come up a little short of the first down. The Sooners come to the line with a new set of downs. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. Sacked at the 7.
Quarterback just has to be more aware of the situation. First down, goal-to-go situation. You cannot take a sack. So the QB, if no one's open, you got to make sure you're throwing that ball out of the end zone and helping your offense out.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set. Make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on. And I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
On third and goal, they'll try to throw it in. Give him 6. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
What a nice job by the offense. First drive of the game, they matriculated down the field, put themselves in a goal-to-go situation on third down. It's not going to be easy throwing it, but they win the matchup. Accurate throw, and they get paid.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Cougars offense will get the ball for the first time. The matchup we'll be watching in this one really takes you back. Big-time running back going right into the face of a tackling machine at linebacker, David.
Yeah, and we're going to see this individual battle a lot. Not just in pass coverage when they match up, but just meeting in holes. And who's going to win when they go head-to-head? That will be a big factor in who wins this football game. But Jesse, one-on-one, this is going to be a shift.
This is going to be an incredible matchup that's going to go on until there's zeros up on the clock. Both of these guys have circled this game on the calendar because they knew who they were going to be facing. And two guys we know are going to play at the next level. But I think this is probably one of the better individual matchups we're going to see all season long.
Now facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly complete. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40.
Well, after watching the other offense go down the field and score a touchdown, you know this guy's trying to lead his offense to do the exact same thing. That was a big third down. I know there's a lot of football left to play, but you're trying to establish...
No more time to throw. Quarterback is sacked at the 35. The Cougars have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's second and a mile. Here's a quick throw out to the left. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. It'll be third and long. He's looking downfield to throw. And the deep shot is complete inside the 35-yard line. He flips his field in an instant, and he's got him set up at the 20. And the Cougars are moving quickly down the field. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a ball.
And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Extra point here will tie the game.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. If this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. To throw, it's Chester. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Zings it complete to the right. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move. Looking to throw on first down. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Knocked out of bounds after a good gain on that one. They'll spot it at the 43.
Nice job by the QB. You can tell they want to push it down the field. They want to be aggressive on first down, which I love, which is really hard to stop from a defensive standpoint, but does a good job scrambling outside the pocket, picking up the first down, and then saving his life. Good job. Get out of bounds.
Here comes the heat. He's got an open man. There he goes. Touchdown Sooners. Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They are going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Here comes the Houston offense once again. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score, already down 14-7. Snatch it quickly on the left.
In defense, you have to have great eyes. You have to have good vision on the quarterback to be able to see it. You could tell he's throwing the football right now. Watch the defense react, come up, get the wide receiver on the ground. He goes nowhere.
Reads it, fires complete. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Ball sitting right at the 30. Third and short. From the gun, wants to pass. And he's got it inside the 25. And that's where he'll go down. An explosive play moves the sticks. They think they can impose their will here with the run to the right. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat line. They flipped into the field, and we're ready to play. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Keep it on the ground. He breaks a tackle. He was looking for some place to put his foot in the ground, but the defense was everywhere, and he's knocked down behind the line.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring it.
It's complete. Perfectly thrown ball. Nice catch. Good tackle. And it's first and goal from the 5.
And the defense has to be kicking themselves for allowing a first down there. You're just maybe going to give them a few yards and let them set up for a field goal. Instead, you let them move the chains, and now they're knocking on your door, first and goal.
They're working that left side. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. They've got it down to the 3. Now it's second and goal. Back to pass. And he was looking into the end zone, but it's incomplete.
You simply don't see that very often. A quarterback of this guy's caliber missing a guy wide open in the end zone.
And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. Undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. Setting up for the extra point and the tie. He puts through the extra point. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Gentlemen, that pivotal top 15 battle is in the books. Here's how things went down. Texas stomped a mud hole en route to a double-digit win, and they did it outside of Austin city limits. That speaks to the way this coach has galvanized this team and the direction this program is headed. Big implications today and a notable result as one team trends upward and the other has some work to do.
And here's a fumble way behind the line.
Good awareness by the offense. You never want to see the ball on the ground, but a nice job understanding to just kind of jump on it and make sure you keep possession.
And the Sooners trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Crosses the 30, he's got away. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there. They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. Pulls it and fires to the left. He stopped at the 49 after gaining 10.
Well, this guy has shown up time and time again for his football team. Top 10 statistically in passing yardage this year, but it's been in big games, in big moments where he's really shined. And that's why this guy is in contention to win the Heisman Trophy.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
Well, for this defense, finally, you're seeing pressure on the quarterback. They're outside the top 50 in sacks per game. They've been waiting to find some more consistent pressure to help them win games, and they're getting it in this game now. 3 sacks on the day. They're just simply winning and doing a better job executing up front at the point of attack.
The Sooners getting set on 1st and 10. Pocket breaking down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Scanning the field. It's Chester. Now improvising. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He'll step out of bounds. He's at the 33-yard line. 8th play of the drive coming. It'll be a 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. Quick strike complete. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on 1st down. The Sooners didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Looking to throw on 1st down. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up? See if they can maybe confuse this QB.
Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be 3rd down.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You got a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding his quarterback about in the headsets right now. If it's not there, throw this thing away because we've got a chance to at least get 3 points here.
And the Sooners had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Looking to fire. He got it, and he will score. Touchdown, Oklahoma.
Have a day, young fella. I foresee some social media posts in his future. Not 1, not 2, but 3 receiving touchdowns on the day. What a ball game.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Houston sending the offense back onto the field. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Off play action on 1st down. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
Finally, a defense. Looks like they're able to break serve here. These offenses have been up and down the field now, these last two drives apiece, scoring points, but the set.
Oh, he's got some space. And they swarm him under.
Well, the defense wasn't expecting that. They had a lot of guys back into coverage. That was second and a lot of yards to go, and they got caught off guard. Not enough guys in the box to control that running back.
Down to 2 minutes to play in the half. The referees signal for the 2-minute timeout. The Cougars are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to get it through the air. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
Yeah, how about this defense, man? That's the 3rd sack of the day. They've been putting pressure, getting him on the ground. Not something they've been good at throughout this season. This defense playing better because they're getting more pressure on the quarterback.
Gets the first one of the day off, and hoping he's not as busy as he was in that loss last week when he kicked it 4 times. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Bring in the heat. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They go to the ground. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
Yeah, and it's a nice decision by the quarterback when you run these RPOs, man. If you can give it to him and you can get such positive yards like that, continue to do it. Make that defense react a different way, then I'll throw the football.
They've got enough for the 1st down, and they're in the red zone at the 20. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
You know, the RPO game now in college football really puts the defense in a bind, and it forces them just to freeze a half second as they try to distinguish between the running back and the quarterback. Who's keeping the football? On that play, it was the running back, and he made him pay.
Right on the money. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one. This offense is about to face the one thing that can stop it. Time expiring in the 1st half. Before this, and he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown Sooners!
And that's the way you execute on offense, man. You keep your foot on the gas. Try to make this a 2-score game. You do with that touchdown. This offense executing beautifully. The defense is going to have to find something in the 2nd half to get some stops.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Houston offense ready to go back to work. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be concerned. If we're a little bit down, listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the 2nd half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the 1st half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
Firing to the right, complete. Out across the 30, steps out of bounds at the 31-yard line as they try to put something together. The Cougars line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking deep down the right side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Houston will be forced to punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll try to field the punt and see if he can give his offense better field position. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stops. Waning seconds of the 1st half. Let's see just how aggressive they'll be. Might be calling a hot route. Dropping back, it's Chester. Gets it out quickly. And he's brought down after a nice gain. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just enough time for one final play of the half. This quarterback part of their running game. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. Looks like we've had ourselves a really entertaining first half. And it's clear the aerial attacks of both teams have been relentless. They've been burning each of these secondaries like toast. Just an assault on the defensive game plans, if there even were defensive game plans. Gotta think, fellas, based on the first two quarters, we're going to see every route in the route tree again in this second half. And with that, let's send it back to the guys in the cage in Southeast Texas.
Kickoff unit all lined up, and we're ready to put toe to leather. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Houston offense comes onto the field. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive, just like they do at the start of the game. They've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a score.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, score.
Ball is loose. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. Breaks into the open on the left. Touchdown, Oklahoma. The defense putting points on the board. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Big Ten action right now, and wait till you see how things are playing out in this one, fellas. Notre Dame is getting worked right now in their own dojo. We've seen this team in a lot of big spots over the years, but I can't think of a worse beatdown. They're trailing by 14 to Penn State. We'll let you know if anything else comes out of Big Ten country from this one, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
Off play action. This one's complete. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
When you're going to run a comeback route, you've got to sell like you're going deep, and that was a great job there by the receiver, really making that corner think he was running deep down the field. So he got the corner to turn his hips, turn his shoulders, and then the receiver was able to just pivot around and make it an easy pass and
catch. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Wants to go up top. Finds the tight end. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
Man, we're seeing the tight end used more and more in the passing game. You see him moving inside. You see him moving outside. You see him moving in the box to block people. So here they put him in the slot and just have a nice little pitch and catch session.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up fourth down. Houston sends the punt team onto the field. He'll try to really get into this one. He'll field the punt and try to make something happen. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. Pulled and fired complete across the 45. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47.
And, man, this guy's shown you the whole gamut, the whole arsenal. Like, he can run, he can throw, he can handle the moment, he can handle pressure. I'm interested to see how he finishes this season. He's already in the top 10 in total touchdowns, rushing and passing. Had a phenomenal year. Now is the time late in the season when you can go win those individual awards. Looking to throw, it's Chester.
The quick out. He gets just inside the red zone and goes out of bounds at the 19.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off-season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
Quick completion to the right. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown Sooners! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
Finds his man in the middle. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
Now on second down. Rides the back on the option, the give. Turning it on! They'll mark him down at the 40 after ripping off 10.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. And the Cougars with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Running back searching for a hole. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. This Houston offense about to snap it on first down again. They'll test the right side. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Using the quick game. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You can tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
Well, there wasn't a lot of mystery on that one, guys. Just simple QB sneak to keep this drive going. And they've done a good job so far the entire drive, keeping the chains moving. Nice execution on the sneak. Good push up front. Quarterback picked the right side to tuck and run to. And let's see what they do to finish off this drive.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going.
Lets it fly deep downfield. And they can't quite hook up trying to make a completion in the back corner of the end zone.
Bad news on that play, it's an incompletion. The good news is the quarterback knew if his guy wasn't going to catch it, nobody was with that ball landing out of bounds.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. They'll play it safe and try for 3. Oh, the attempt is no good. I guess the idea was to chip away at a big lead. Consider the lead not chipped away yet. They'll snap it from the 37 for the first play of this drive. Back to throw, it's Chester. Pressure coming. Blasted as he lets it go. Complete to the left. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31. After ripping off a big chunk of yardage, you figure they're going to go right back after him. 1st and 10 from the 31. Got his man in the middle. Can't get him to the ground. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. The pull and throw off the RPO. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
The defense has their hands full trying to stop this guy in the slot. They're going to have to figure something out to bracket him, try and get two bodies around him, maybe get some safety help as well, because right now they do not have the answer for this guy.
Now from inside the red zone. Here he goes breaking the pocket. Nobody open, he just throws it away, and it'll bring up second down.
And it's nice to be a QB in this spot. He's had a great day, man. Like, great day. They've built a huge lead. Now, incompletion's okay. Just take care of the football. Don't throw that thing to the other team.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. It's complete to the right. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get two bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else with the ball.
He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
I mean, good news here, they get the completion. Bad news, though, not enough to pick up the first down. Target there, he's got to do a better job understanding where the first down marker is, make sure he gets the right depth on his route. Now, all of a sudden, head coach has a big decision.
The incomplete pass ends a frustrating series, and they turn it over on downs. Here comes the Houston offense once again. They'll give it to the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them, because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. Houston will be forced to punt. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. He'll pull it down and run. Breaks into the open. Oh, I thought he was taking that all the way, but they stop him at the 7.
You could tell he saw that grass open up, and he was not handing that football off. He was taking it himself. His eyes got enormous, chewed up the big play.
He's trying to get it in. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. Now it's second and goal. Just going to keep it after the snap. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And they take it in for 6 more points. That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the fourth quarter as they go for their 6th straight win.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conserved, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
Houston sending the offense back onto the field. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Here's the pressure. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
And this defense came to play. They know about the high-profile QB. They rose to the challenge and dominated the competition today. They took care of business, and they made no doubt about who's the better football team.
Brings it down on the right side. And that tackle almost certainly saved a touchdown after he ripped off a huge gain. And the best thing about this, the offense can't worry about the scoreboard. Just keep trying to make plays like that, Jesse.
I know a lot of people in the stadium probably feel like this game is over. Maybe it's been over for a while, Reese, but don't tell that to this quarterback and his teammates. They're still out there scrapping and clawing.
Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Looking to fire. Just a short pass to the tight end. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
Fires to the tight end. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. The RPO, it's complete. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. The Cougars pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense. A first down run on the doorstep. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
Yeah, and this offense, that's what they do. Last week he had 2 rushing touchdowns. They're going to feature him. They're going to get physical, especially inside the 5-yard line. You're going to feed this guy the football. This offense has had success in the past giving him the ball.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. And now after getting knocked back, they'll try it again, this time from the 5 on 3rd and goal. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
And this game is obviously out of hand. But I think the fans would argue, too, at this point, like, all right, well, let's not throw checkdowns, right? Let's throw some deep balls and continue to open up this offense and keep fighting. I think that's what you want to see. You want to see your squad not quit. Keep fighting until the very end of the football game.
Wants to pass. Into the end zone. Incomplete pass, and the defense comes up big, and they take over. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. Final minute. This game's on ice. They can take a knee and run out the clock.
This offense has to feel great with how they're able to go out, execute, and perform big plays all game long. I think it's sending a statement, too, to future defenses down the road on the schedule. They're going to be tough to contend with.
Yeah, I mean, they got firepower, putting up so many points. This thing is easily over. Now they can just chillax, go back to the locker room, know they're going to get the victory.